The fifth commandment in the Bible, part of the Ten Commandments, is found in Exodus chapter 20, verse 12, paralleled in Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 16. It states, "Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you." This is the first commandment that deals with human relationships, often called the transition from duties to God in the first four to duties to others in the last six. It is also the first and only commandment with an explicit promise attached. Obedience brings blessing, specifically long life and well-being in the promised land, expanded in Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 16, to "that it may go well with you." Note, numbering is consistent across most traditions, Protestant, Reformed, Orthodox, Evangelical, and Jewish, for this one. In Catholic Lutheran traditions, it's the fourth due to combining earlier commands, but the text is identical. What does it teach us? The Hebrew word for honor literally means to be heavy or to give weight to. It conveys treating parents with high esteem, respect, reverence, value, and importance, not taking them lightly, but elevating them in our attitude, words, and actions. This goes beyond mere obedience, though it includes it, to a heart posture of gratitude and regard. Key lessons include: honor parents as God's appointed authority. Parents are the first authority figures God places over us. Honoring them reflects honor toward God Himself, who sovereignly gave us our parents. Psalm chapter 139, verse 13. Acts chapter 17, verse 26. Disrespecting parents dishonors God's design for family and authority. As one teacher notes, how we treat our parents mirrors how we relate to our Heavenly Father. It applies across life stages. For children and teens, it primarily means obedience, listening to instruction, complying with reasonable rules, and showing respect. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1 through 3. Colossians chapter 3, verse 20. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. For adult children, it shifts to care, provision, support, and ongoing respect, especially for aging parents, financial help, emotional care, not neglecting them. Look to 1 Timothy chapter 5, verses 4 and 8. It's a lifelong command, not just for minors. It promotes family as foundational to society. The family is the basic unit of human society. Honoring parents builds stability, teaches respect for all authority, teachers, leaders, elders, God, and prevents chaos from rebellion or neglect. Societies that honor this thrive, those that don't face breakdown. The promise of blessing, obedience leads to long life and prosperity, literal in the Old Testament context of the Promised Land, broader in the New Testament as general well-being and flourishing. It's not a mechanical guarantee, exceptions exist due to sin in the world, but a general principle. Aligning with God's order brings His favor and protection. Paul calls it the first commandment with a promise. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 2, reinforcing its importance for Christians. It balances grace and truth. Honor doesn't mean blind agreement or excusing abuse sin. If parents command sin, obey God first. Acts chapter 5, verse 29. But even in difficult cases, the command calls for forgiveness, prayer, boundaries with respect, and not speaking evil. Ephesians chapter 4, verses 31 and 32. Jesus rebuked Pharisees for neglecting parents under religious pretexts. Mark chapter 7, verses 9 through 13. Showing true honor prioritizes care over self-justification. Modern applications, in a culture of individualism, it challenges entitlement, neglect of elderly parents, or speaking disrespectfully, sarcasm, eye-rolling, ignoring advice. It encourages gratitude for parents' sacrifices, even imperfect ones, and models Christ-like humility and service. Ultimately, it trains us to honor everyone, 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 17. And supremely, to honor God as our perfect Father. In summary, the fifth commandment teaches that honoring father and mother, through respect, obedience when young, care when adult, and esteem, is a core way to glorify God, maintain societal order, and receive His blessing of long, well-lived days. It roots human relationships in divine authority, calling us to value family as God does, and to reflect His love in how we treat those closest to us.